Hi guys! Welcome to my very much belated June TV favourites video. I am really sorry that this is being uploaded a week into July. I am useless, but what basically happened was I was due to film this last week and then I had to film my Pretty Little Liars reaction video, so I did that instead. And then I ended up going away for a few days up north with my mum and it was lovely, and I will be honest, I'm gutted to be back because I always feel that way once I've been up in Aviemore. So I'm back now, back to reality, and it occurred to me that I hadn't actually filmed my June favourites video, and so I had to get that done today. Thankfully there are not that many to get through, there are only 3. So first up, something that I have talked about in many a video recently, and that is Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars came back at the beginning of June, which I was so excited about. I'd actually already watched the first episode during my last monthly favourites video, but obviously since it didn't start till June it didn't count. So we have seen 5 episodes now, and boy has it been good. The one thing that I have been feeling is that because everything's kind of building up to what we assume is going to be a bit of a climax, don't worry, I'm not going to give any spoilers away for anyone who hasn't watched Pretty Little Liars, but we assume things are going to be resolved halfway through this season, and apparently there's definitely going to be a season 7 after this, so I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do with a season 7. I might do a video on that, speculation on what season 7 could be. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, but season 6 so far has been excellent. Pretty Little Liars is just one of those shows that once you start watching it, I don't know anyone, actually that's a lie, I only know one person who gave up on it. Every other person that I know who has watched Pretty Little Liars has watched a couple of episodes and been like, oh, this is quite good, and then suddenly you are just sucked in. It's like down the rabbit hole and you end up binging. If you haven't already watched it since it started airing back in 2010, if you start watching it on Netflix or whatever now, people are just binging on the whole thing, which is exactly what I did earlier in the year. And I've got a lot of friends who watch it, and so what can be really fun is having discussions about it. So I went out for dinner with some friends on Saturday night and we ended up having like a really long conversation all about Pretty Little Liars, talking about the characters, people who we like, people who we don't like, people who we suspect. It's such a good like conversation starter if you watch it, and yeah, it's just been so much fun. I've also been watching a lot of theory videos at the moment. I had resisted doing that up till this point because I've been like, no, I don't want to know any spoilers. I don't want things to be spoiled for me. I want to just come up with something on my own. But there's so many theory videos out there, honestly, and the work that people put into this, like the level of detail that people notice is absolutely unbelievable. There are things that I saw in a theory video the other day, which I will link in the description box below. If you watch Pretty Little Liars and you want to watch this, I will link it in the description box down below. I actually found this through Rebecca from Rebecca Smiles channel. She did a Pretty Little Liars theory video the other day, which I didn't watch because I do know from Twitter, Rebecca, if you're watching this, that there's something that she knows definitely happens. And so in case that came up during the video, I didn't want that to be spoiled for me, so I didn't actually watch her video, but I did click into it and watch like the first like couple of minutes, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to watch all of this. But I went into the description box and she had loads of theory videos linked, and it's one of them, and it's just mind-blowing. So yeah, huge, big, massive, ginormous thumbs up for Pretty Little Liars. Next on the agenda is House. I can't remember what stage I was at the last monthly favourites video, but I do know that I had watched all of 4. And I think started 5, I think I was maybe about halfway through 5. I'm now nearly at the end of season 6, so I have watched all of the rest of season 5 and most of season 6. I think I have 2 or 3 episodes left to watch of 6. I've loved this season, I really, really have. I think they've changed things up a little bit just in terms of some of the characters, and I just love it. I think it's amazing. I think the writing's been very, very strong. I think it's been very funny. There's been a lot of very, very funny moments. The season 5 finale and the season 6 first 2 episodes were incredible. Honestly, like if you've seen them, you'll know what I'm talking about. There were things that happened that I just didn't see coming, and it was amazing. So definitely, definitely, definitely watch House. If you haven't yet, go and give it a shot because it's amazing. I was very, very sad about one thing that happened in season 6, and I'm not going to say what it is because it'll spoil it for people, but I guess people who've watched it will probably know what I'm talking about. Episode, I want to say 15. If anyone's watched it, I think episode 15 was one of my favourite episodes ever of House. It was really sad in a lot of ways, but it was just so well written and so well acted. The acting is just phenomenal. We've discussed my love for all these actors before, but they really are so good. And finally, through the month of June, I watched Humans. Now, I will be honest, I'm actually still 2 episodes behind, so I have seen the first 2 episodes which I reviewed in a first impressions video, which I'll link in the description box down below if you want to check it out. Humans is a sci-fi type show on Channel 4. If you haven't seen it yet, as I say, I've done a whole video on that, so I'll link it below. But it's been excellent and I really am keen to watch the next 2 episodes. It's just been a case of I fell behind on the last week's one. I was so engrossed in House that I missed episode 3 and I was just going to catch up with that, and then I went away for the weekend, so I missed episode 4. So I have the 2 of them to now catch up on, so I am planning to do that this week. It's funny, I don't watch that many British shows. I'm actually much more of an American show viewer for some strange reason. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I do watch quite a lot of British comedy, but when it comes to drama, I tend to be more drawn to American shows. So the fact that this is a British show has got me quite excited because I got hooked right away, and so yeah, absolutely loving this. So it is very gloomy and grey and dark, and I don't know if the lighting is going to be acceptable in this video or not. It looks okay in the screen, but looking outside, it's absolutely miserable. This is now July and it's absolutely grey and dark and pretty cold and miserable, so where is summer? So I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that you have enjoyed that, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you have been watching this month. Another show that I am quite keen to get into, because I know quite a lot of people who have been watching it and raving about it, is Penny Dreadful. So if you've watched that and you like it, do let me know in the comments below. I'm going to figure out a way to watch that at some point soon. And I hope that you're having a great week. So thanks again for watching and I will speak to you again soon. Bye! Season 2 I really like. It's in this sort of like goldy bronze packaging, which is just gorgeous. I really like how this feels actually really nice. It sort of feels very textured.